I have a surprise waiting for you when I get home. It's in the garage. What could it be? It's back. It's alive! It's been a long 30 days, and it couldn't have come faster, y'all, because we finally got the Tesla back. Had a lot of repair that happened, and we're going to go over that here in some detail, but I just want to say thank you to Dan's Paint and Auto Body here in Tucson for doing a bang-up job. I technically only found one thing I could gripe about, but now it's nitpicking at this point, because it looks brand new. Like, it actually technically looks better than the day that we picked it up. Because when we picked it up, it definitely had some factory issues coming out of that Fremont Center up in California. But hey, it's home. It's back. We can actually go on Tesla adventures again. So I actually took my car to Dan's Paint and Auto Body before when it was hit in a parking lot a number of years ago. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, my car was rented on July 5th of this past month here in 2023. Unfortunately, the person said I stopped too hard, but that's why we have the Tesla cam. It showed that I was slowing down to the car in front of me. He decided to not even apply his brake and run right into me. Unfortunately, it's technically a hit and run. He provided me fake insurance information. When I tried to get a hold of him and his wife, there was no communication back. I gave the information to my insurance company. They basically said they didn't care. So, yay. I'm not going to share the name of my insurance company, but unfortunately, they did not really win me over with this one. I gave them the VIN number, driver's license number, their phone numbers, their email, all that stuff. They just said, well, they don't have insurance. There's nothing we can do. Well, my previous insurance provider, when I was in a car accident where someone ran a stop sign and hit the back of my car from an angle, they went to bat for me. So, I don't know. We'll come back to that later. I don't want to harp on that. Let's get to the actual Tesla itself and the repairs. So I looked at the estimate after I got it back to kind of go over what they did. Because remember, when you saw the video that I showed a second ago, it was a pretty minor fender bender, just at a high speed, I guess. But I didn't realize how much damage was actually done until they actually started working on my car. They had to replace not only the rear trunk, the actual hatch part itself, the pan underneath, the entire bumper, the parts underneath the bumper, recalibrate the whole system, paint everything, put a finish on there. When it was all said and done, the total came to $8,515. Yikes. Just for 10 seconds worth of someone not paying attention using their phone. It is what it is. That being said, it was a $500 deductible out of our own pocket to replace it. So I was a little disappointed that it took 30 days for what I thought was a lot of damage, but as I looked down just the laundry list of things I had to work on, I'm surprised it only took like 30 days. So big shout out to them. The only knock that I have when I was looking around, walking around, looking at the paints and everything is the part of the hatch that actually sits on the car where it goes into the frame of the car itself seems to be sitting slightly higher than it should. But then I remembered when we bought the car, they told me to look over it, and the part in the trunk was definitely, one was higher, one was lower, so it was kind of askew. So if anything, Dan's actually might have fixed that original issue. So I'm not going to complain there. And $500 out of my pocket for those repairs. The only thing is, my insurance rate better not go up, because they've already said I'm not liable, I was not at fault. That's why we pay for insurance, which I never understood that idea behind insurance. It's something you have to have that's designed to cover you and those around you if something were to occur. But if something were to occur, we actually have to use this thing you paid for years with no claims or anything. Suddenly now your price goes up because somebody else made a mistake. Makes no sense to me, but I guess that's business. But I have to say, I'm extremely happy. They actually detailed, washed, and waxed my car too. And the paint is perfect match. First time I took it into Dan's years ago, again, not a big deal, I'm kind of nitpicking. When we drove it home, they never actually calibrated the car, and after going back to having to recalibrate the headlights, they also had to recalibrate the turning signals as well, because whenever I turned it on, it would just go click, 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 click. Then I go to the right side, click, 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 go back to the left side, click, 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 click. Turned out they never actually ran the master reset for all the stuff, all the codes they had to remove. So I was hoping they didn't have to do it this time, and lo and behold, I didn't. I already took it on a little ride at night, and everything worked out just fine. So the car is back. It was kind of a rough thing because, like I said, it was gone for about a month. I had a Dodge Charger, which is not a bad car, but when you're used to driving an EV, it's weird having a gas guzzler like that again. I put $156 worth of gas in that car in 30 days because I do have to drive quite a bit back and forth to work. So that was definitely not fun. The whole reason I got the EV was not to have to worry about all these gas prices. But now it's back in my possession. I will have to say, my electric bill here at home was a little bit cheaper than I was expecting because I wasn't charging for a whole month. So that was kind of nice. But it was right on par with what I was paying previously the month when I was still charging at home. But we were definitely running the AC a lot more this past month because, well, it's summertime in Arizona. It's hot. Really hot. For example, the AC went out on my work. It's been really hot. So we have the car back and we're gonna go on some adventures here soon, but I'm just happy to be driving my dream car again. The Tesla is back in the garage and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Unless I decide to trade in and get something different. But that's after we buy a house. So make sure you like and subscribe down below and watch our adventures looking for a new house. We have some comic book stuff coming up. Tucson Comic Con's coming up in about a month or so. We're going to Disneyland in October. We're going to do some Oogie Boogie Bash. And who knows what else is going to happen between now and then. But you won't know unless you like and subscribe. So make sure you hit that button down below. Follow us on Twitter, X, whatever they call it, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, and other things. I can't think right now. It's late. I'm going to sleep. So thanks for taking another ride with us, and let's take another ride again soon. And we get to take that ride back in the Tesla. Bye-bye, everybody.